Okay, I just want to share some of my feeling that recently. The two senior monks and one young monks that passed away, in, I think in this week. There's three um, who I know very well, right? And then so it's remind the one is the young actually who passed away. It's really remind us or remind me um, that death is not certain, right? And so this is very much reminded. And also, the last um, whole this year, actually, there are many people passed away by the COVID-19 or different other illness or different condition. We don't have that much feeling, even knows that many are dying, right? But the monastery who I knows when they died, but they are died by I think the two of them is like they have sugar, and then one is the aging. So, but different field. So think that I also think why because has many people died before don't have that much feeling, and then who I know very well, they're dying, have some kind of feeling. So then that's thought. Why? Because they're all same. Has to be same prayer, dedication, empathy. Equally. Because don't have that so far because we didn't turn. I didn't turning well about the compassion and equanimity mind. So therefore, I don't have that much feeling to someone, but with strong feeling to someone. So, but who passed away is even if they are not not my relative or that's not we are not very close, but it's only that I know very well. So that's Meg's feeling. Then it's very important. The Kathamba master are saying um, we try to try to know that who is in the world individually, um, and then also meditate imaginationally again and again. So that makes very much makes sense for me because we are not that much meditating um, to other people or not specifically or individually thinking that and this person to when we try to generate compassion or build up equanimity mind. That makes big difference. So then who we know very close. So therefore, it's learning that we try to know close to every single being. Then it's very much help us to have some kind of feeling, um, and then also help us to build up equanimity. And then even your prayer and dedication is goes very more strong, and then I think it's more effective. So this is the feeling, and then criticize myself why I'm making distinguish between who passed away many then in near here, right? So New York and where I live here, that much not we thinking still whenever we hear it, then try to some do prayer and dedication, but not that much feeling inside. But that's definitely important. We should have that. So, and then changing self and others, this practice which we're talking is very much useful to have that kind of mind to everyone. That's important. So some of you might have same, you might don't have a strong feeling to who you don't know, even they pass away, very illness, right? But who you know very well, that you might have a strong feeling with it, and then this is kind of like a bias, right? It's not honest mind. which you have feeling to who someone, it's good, but it's biased because it's associated with the one of mental reflection, maybe attachment. So therefore, it's becoming biased. So we're ignoring other because we are that's thought or that's motivation mind is associated with ignorance or anger. Therefore, we ignore. We are not that much feeling other. So that's I learned. Um, therefore, I sharing you. It's maybe useful for what we need to do to think, right? Okay. Um, that's called day by day practice. Okay, you have to realize what you're doing wrong things and then try to change it. That we need to do it. So today, the worst is starting from 140. Um, they're still also talking about that benefit of cherishing other and fault of self-centeredness or self-cherishing. um, okay. Oh, sorry, sorry.
Are you sure we're up that high?
That's my mistake. Okay, it's 124, 2025. Mm, okay, it's my bad. Yeah, it's 25. Yeah, this talking about the same, the fault of self-centeredness and benefit of cherishing other. Okay, if I give this, what shall I have left to enjoy? Such selfish thinking is the way of ghost. If I enjoy this, what shall I have left to give? Such selfless thinking is quality of the gods. Okay, ghost here is like could be the the lower realms, rebirth in hungry ghosts or hell beings. These are talking. So it's too much like having instantaneous or like some other reflections or actions by self-centeredness that that brings you the result is uh, difficulty or suffering. Therefore, it says they are such selfish thinking is the way of the ghost. Because selfish thinking, every single it will be talks later. Every single problem in our daily life, in life by life. So all this actually caused by selfish or self-centeredness, self-cherishing. Again, in talks generally, every single problem and suffering it's by caused by self-centeredness. But until you are not analyzes, until you are not think carefully, you will not feel that way. So how what Shantideva teaching us here? So we will not feel until we are not thinking very careful. And again, just remind you, all the benefit and false talking here based on I think karma. Um, the and then even we who don't believe on karma some point there sees that fault of self-centeredness in this lifetime which we can have direct experience and also benefit of cherish to other. So okay, so again, this is talking based on karmic cause and effect. Um, so and then, so if you too much stingy, what call stinginess, right? You're too stingy on your material or whatever you belongs, and then um, so you can find it out or what you have experienced, what difficulty, what problem um, have you have that you have it because of that stinginess. Um, So that's that you can think the fault of here having like a selfish thinking. Uh, no, try to count it. Let's say, what is the fault of having stinginess? You collecting all this, whether you need or don't need. You are collecting everything, and then finally you don't have a room and space for put where should you put it. That's the one things, and then another thing is you're collecting it until it's um, ruined. What? Nyingba chawal karsa. Getting all or ruined the nyingba chan rudu dangze. Ruin re. Gets all in ruin, yeah. Ah. Yeah, so we collecting that much, and then finally, it's not benefit for self another. Even you cannot use it, but you not let use another. Then what reason to have those things? So and then until you have stenchness mind, and you will have a lot of like uh, uncomfortable thoughts, right? So where someone wasting, someone sees someone giving, then even if it not belongs to you, if someone giving which they belongs to you, you still have some kind of uncomfortable mind that, oh, why are they giving, oh, that much giving, you know. Too much judging. So that's all as actually the fault of um, having stinginess because of self-centeredness. So, and then you can, that's I remember so far, and then you can add it on that, how much you remember it. That's how we need to go to change ourselves by reflecting on this all reason, right? Even in one line, you take a long time to reflecting on that, analyzing on that, what fault, what fault, so if you found more fault, you don't have to put effort to change. It's automatically changed to you. It lets you automatic change, lets you automatically uh, reduce your stinginess or so on, so on, right? So therefore, just thinking the fault of those, the selfish thinking. Okay. And then if I enjoy this, what shall I have left to give? The above one is even you will have a very bad reputation, right? So too much stinginess, and then your behavior, your attitude, which people seeing is all it's people see very as what call it's a for having bad reputations. Now next line say, if I enjoy this, what shall I have left to give? So who thinking this, the selfless thinking or cherish more other, then their reputation will be have wonderful reputation, very good reputation, and then um, um, so and then whatever they have, every single things will be become a useful, either you using or you let you ask use another. Whatever you have, it become useful, or it's becoming um useful. Yeah, it makes it more useful. uh so and then uh and how much you concerning other, again, you might think, yes, it has some kind of worry brings you that when you're considering too much other. But that worry is has good benefit. The above worry is no benefit. You have worry for all this wasting your not using your all this what you belongs to you things are because of stinginess, that you have a worry, that worry is useless worry, right? You are useless worry because what you belongs no one can use, and then the credit from that attitude, the karma is also brings only suffering. So there all goes negativity. So but that worry, when you think concerning other, what I can give to other if I use all, that concerning is still there's some worry, but it's a good benefit, right? Then never ever brings you regret. The above ones could be have brings you regret when you future long time after, when you realize what you did, you might have regret. But always concerning others, at the end, when you think it, you will not have regret. So, and then, as I said, that worry is becoming more, bringing more compassion, developing your equanimity mind, or so on and so on. Therefore, um, that it's not necessary to have worry when you're concerning other. It's good thought, but it's possible we might have a worry, but it's a have benefit. So that's try to make clear. Um, so this is one type of talking about the fault and benefit. And then next, if for my own sake I cause harm other, I shall be tormented in hellish realms. But if for the sake of others I cause harm to myself, I shall occur all this magnificence. So, so far that's our, as we are the ordinary human being, this is one of our general attitude. Without any thinking, um, you can see this is one common thing for everyone. We cause harm to other always for our own sake. Um, so even like there are many different way to harm to other. Like harming means really don't have to kill or beat them, right? So your lies harms to them, your divisive speech harms to them. So and every then non-virtuous actions harms to them. So that's we do all these non-virtue actions benefit for our own sake. Uh, therefore, uh, whatever you do for yourself, and then the most of actions is actually directly to harms to other, or direct or indirectly harms to self. Actually they are always they find it out harming each other. Therefore, that is the fault of cherishing to self or selfish thinking. Hmm. And then future, yes, future definitely it says as well as you take more non-virtuous actions or harms to other, that karma brings you all that results suffering, and then can be revered in hell realms because of the karma. Um, Even we not thinking karma, as I said, even we not thinking karma, yes, how much we try to save, protect ourselves, and not just self. Sometimes we protect our relative, but at the same time we harms to others. So as we protect the relative, right? So the self and relative, because all this comes from why you try to protect your relative, because of self-centeredness, because of self-grasping. I mean, like, yeah, selfish thinking. um, Therefore, it's you we are harming other for self, we are harming other for our relative, we're harming other for our religions, we harming other for many things, right? All this related with the self-centeredness. Whenever you harm to other by for your religion, it is related with the self-centeredness, as well as you harm to other for your children, your parents. Also, it is related with your self-centeredness. But we have to find it out how it's related self-centeredness. Okay, so it is related with the self-centeredness. So therefore, sometimes we say, "Oh no, no, I'm helping others. I'm benefiting who? My relative," which is good. Even your relative you are helping is good, but as in order to helping you, when you help your relative and then same time harms to other, that definitely associated with the self-centeredness. Self-centeredness always don't have to think me and me and me. Mine could be self-centeredness, right? So there might you might we might have a confused. Oh, self-centeredness always think to me and I, but mine, right? My brother, my sister, my parents, my religions, my teachers, my community, my country, my state, whatever my, it's also connected with the self-centeredness. Okay, that's both me and mine, whatever things, and then harms to other. That's as the result will be no benefit. A result, it could be temporary benefit. Temporary, we having big business, and then we lies to many people to develop your business, and also we're not paying enough to like employ because developing you collecting more money and developing your business, all these things. um, yeah, it's that's clear that we are it's connected with the self-centeredness, but the result we know that, right? So that's we have to find it out. um, so I don't know how I can explain. But many things we know actually. Many things we know in our daily life. But one problem is we are not thinking on that. Or we are not analyzing, we never analyze on that. Or we think, what called, uh, we are not connected with it. So whatever goes the wrong thing happening with us is we are not connecting with the self-centeredness. That's the therefore we are not realizing. Therefore we are not thinking it's important, right? So um, even you have a like a the temporary benefit, developing your business, all these things. But at the same time, you have to challenge many things as you're not enough paying for employment, right? Employ employee, yeah. You're not paying enough for employee, then what happening, right? Whatever you try to be smart, but really not turn in it to a good result for developing business. Therefore, actually, we have a lot of example in front of us, and also we have a lot of example which experience in our daily life, but still we have to learn, work very hard to understand these things. Yeah, therefore, I don't know how to explain on that. So, but the simple I can say, if you more analyze it, think what you're doing, what happening is, then you will realize. As this morning, I think it, which I shared to you, then realize it, which is bad, which is bias, right? So, which is not good. Um, Therefore, how much you think, that much uh, let you aware and see what's happening. Otherwise, every single day we have this problem. We have a lot of problem, but we are not thinking what the source of this problem, right? But we thinking source of problem is not really source. It's like some condition that we find it out. Oh, this is the main source of this problem, but not really, right? So the Buddhist saying here, the source of problem in our daily life is selfish thinking or self-grasping. So, okay. And then, which is concerning others, enjoy, what shall I give? This wonderful thought. But we do have some kind of the concerning others. Say, if I enjoy this, what shall I have left to give to my children, to my parents, to my brother and sister? We do have some kind of this, but it's still not worked. It's not worked. We have to think with all sentient being, right? If I enjoy this, what shall I give left to? What shall I have left to give means to whom? Every single being, right? That's the way we think. Otherwise, we do have that thought. We do have some concerning, which is associated with attachment. Only that few people who you like it, and then it's connected with the self-centeredness because once they're not listening to you, then you will be dislike it, right? Our like and dislike is depend on they're listening to or you or not. When you listen to you, you like it. When not listen to you, you don't like it. When you don't like it, you are not doing, no, you are not concerning to them. When you like it, you are concerning them. See, it's all like a points go to the selfish, self-centeredness. Even your children, even your parents, right? How come some parents are a worst enemy in their life? How come some children are very like annoying in their life to parents? Because they like, they dislike, depend on self-centeredness. Are you following me? It's clear, right? So it's because of self-centeredness. So, therefore, our like dislike is not really uh, judged by the blood and judged by the like a connection or relationship or nothing that. Our like dislike more followed by self-centeredness. So, as well as followed by self-centeredness, then it will be always limited. You concerning other will be limited until you like it. When you start dislike it, you are not concerning. You are not thinking, what should I give to them then if I use it? Once you like it, then until you like it, you're thinking it, what shall I give it? And then some parents, like um, try to protect their the bad reputations in society and thinking, if I not cherish to my children, what people will say that, right? What people will say it. It's really need to be concerning on that. Some do that way. Even they don't have a love. They don't have a pure love. They don't have like a caring mind to their children, but they're pretending as caring because they don't want to hear that bad reputations in society, or that parents are so bad because they're not taking care of their children's. Only that reason they take care of children's. It's not really necessary. It's not really also the good. Um, Therefore, I try to talk to us here is whatever we do, it's always connected with the self-centeredness. That's right. Um, Therefore, it says, yeah, it's shouldn't be limited. If I enjoy this, what shall I give left to give? So the limited people, limited time, but that limited people, limit time, we have to increase, limit less time, limit less people. So then that counted as concerning other, right? So otherwise, in general, like which is limit one, it's not really counted concerning other because this is not really cause that to it's not really talks about selfless thinking. That concerning which has a limited time, limited people, nothing is selfless thinking, right? So selfless thinking means to all, every single beings, and limitless time. You know, until you like, you do. Until you then you when you start don't like, you don't do. It's not. It's limit time. So whenever, whether you like or don't like, as you think this is being who suffer, that limitless, right? This is depend on what your reason to concerning other. So it's very much depend on that. So your reason to concerning other, just think mine and my, then it's not think, you are not thinking selfless thinking, right? Even you, as I said, even you take care all your relatives every single day, you are not eating well, you're giving food all to them, but still selfless is not called selfless thinking, right? It is selfish thinking. Okay, and then next, if for my own, yeah, yeah, tiếng này tao tôi chỉ gặp rồi. If for my own sake I cause harm to others. Yeah, okay, actually I should toss this. Sorry, 127. Yeah, this is because it's marked here.
We
Then I talked about the 25 one. Is fine. Yeah.
yeah, but we didn't finish 125 or 126.
Yeah. So if for my own sake, yeah, that, actually that's all talking that you harms other by own sake. It's also um, um, not that. Mm, yeah, that's the point. I'm saying we know that in our daily life, we have a lot of experience, or we are a lot of seeing, even all the movie or TV serial, whatever you see, the basic, the history, their story is, harming each other. Uh, what they call like a hero or bad guys in movies make based on our the human daily life activities, right? And then that's clearly seeing that it's true. When we see the movie, we feel it, something there in shows all connected together, right? But piece by piece, day by day, will not realize because they are nothing that connected, that so bad or so good. But your mind or your memory can connect it, or your reflection or your analytical mind can connect it, that what happening in our daily life and what the result of this, what the source of it, and it's bringing benefit or fault, all these things. If you think, you will find it out because it's simple. There are a lot of example. We don't have to give example the next life, hell, ram, and like we don't have to go so next life to thinking the fault of self-centeredness. We will find it out a lot in this lifetime, even today. Even now, I don't know. Maybe what are you thinking? What are you thinking? What's going on in your mind? So, okay. So 27. By
Oh, but
talking
what
about,
about sorry? What about the second to last sentence in 126 about how it will be magnificent?
that's the exactly opposite one, right? But for the sake of other, I cause harm to myself. Okay, sorry. It's not really say harms to yourself like torture yourself. The harm is not really say torture yourself. It's more talking like um, for sake of others. or cherishing other, you giving what you belongs to them, what you belongs to yourself, you giving to them, are like if you have like a very hungry, and then but you have only one bread, you the like if the 75% bread is giving to other, 25% bread eating yourself, it's kind of like a that's kind of harming things to, it's not really harms, but in the like the reality it's not really harms, but the way we think it harms. Therefore the harm to self means, yeah, kind of that you are giving up yourself to for cherish to other, everything, your life, your whole this whatever you belongs to, not only the material things, your lives, your all this like body and mind, whatever you belongs, you dedicate or you cherish for use for others, you cherish for others instead of yourself. And in worldly say it's harms, but not really harms. Yeah.
So all the bread?
Sorry.
You give them all the bread. You mentioned giving bread.
All the bread, the best. So therefore, as Shantideva said, this is difficult for this practice, generating bodhicitta, the kind of changing self and other, is for sharp faculties. That's the way I say sharp faculties. But still, we have to think whatever we're learning, it not say you have to do right now, but you begin right now. You can begin with it. So there are very many different way to begin this kind of practice, right? Gentle way. So it's a you can begin right now, but you don't have to get there right now. So that's just your future goal to getting there, right? To you can give whole bread to other. But right now, if you give whole bread to other, then it's not called you doing good practice. It's called what do you call emotion. You follow emotion. It's called you pretending or you acting over. We can say that you acting over. Right now, you give whole bread, you acting over, because your attitude, your capacity, your quality is not that. Do you overacting? Yeah, you are overacting. So you because your quality and capacity is not that you can give whole bread, right? Because and then you will have regret and then blaming and criticize in future. So therefore, this is our future goal, which we need to get there. We need to reach there to give whole bread. But you can begin today to gentle way, slowly, slowly. You give something, you know, that's the start. You cherish, the cherish something to others more than yourself today. So, but as you cherishing other more than to yourself means not that you have to give everything, right? Okay. Um, it's clear? Okay. So I shall acquire all that is magnificence. Okay. Now next. By holding myself in high esteem, I shall find myself in unpleasant realm, ugly and stupid. But should this attitude be shipped to others, shifted or like shipped to others, I shall acquire honor in joyful realm. Again, this talks about the future life, but again, we can think with this life by holding myself in high esteem, right? So once you're not boss, you are more simple. When you become a boss, your attitude are completely changed because you have the name labeled as boss, right? And what happening when you remaining as more simple, you have more friend, right? You are more peace. When you become a boss, then that label makes you high level, high esteem, then you are act differently, you talk differently, all this, because you are mentally thinking different. As you are thinking mentally thinking different, and then you having more enemy, and then not really peaceful. As well as you're more enemy, then you will see everyone try to blame you, everyone try to challenging you. So that's, you will feel that once you have more enemy. So because as high positions, right, the high position is still, and usually our monastery abbot, the abbot is the highest position in our monastery, but they always say, I'm still serving you, right? They always say, like, what called, okay, doesn't matter. So, but yeah, they think always like a serve. They respect sangha. The sangha is, it's like a top of their head, right? Their rank is top of the sangha, but the mentally sangha is top of their head. That's what we need to, right? The rank is very high level, but the person shouldn't be high level. That's I try to say, right? So how much you become a high level rank, you person as more being simple, that's all people like it, right? um, Again, this is simple example, then we have it. um, so, nice, why we call the nice boss or bad boss, how you describe it. Nice boss means what? Maybe you might say, okay, this is my boss, right? It's the high, very high level, but still very humble and humility, right? Um, yeah, very humble. That's the you might say, oh, very nice boss, and other side, other one is not say the high egos one. You not say that, right? So, and then if you see other as like this, then think yourself. Once you become high level, high rank, then still you have to be humble. This is all that we're training here. That's all we need to get there, the practice. Otherwise, there are no reason to, special that um, the teacher who has a thousand and thousand student, the, of course, the worldly, we have a many different ranks, senator, president, and this and that. So, and we will talk that, still need to be simple and humble, but special, we can think start from that, who talks Buddhist, right, who has high level, either abbot or the great teacher, who was like a editor or composer, professor, whatever, whoever. So as their teacher, how much they are having more student, how much they are like becoming more popular, that much they should more humble, right? So otherwise, what they're teaching and what they're doing is totally conflict. And then if people do that, then they learn for not to self. They do not learn for enlightenment. They do not learn for like nirvana. They learn only for becoming popular. They learn only for having more students. They learn only for having more money, the material things, because they're clearly seeing that how much they have, they're gaining the popular, that much they rise ego and um, that like a high stream, that's the very clear sign, very clear sign that that person do not learn for enlightenment. That person not try to compassion for all sentient beings. Yeah. So it's a very clear sign. Therefore, as we, you and me, all of us, we're learning here for self. We are not learning for other, right? So, but you might have a question. If we not learn for other, then don't we have to help other? Definitely. We need to help other, but we need to jump. We don't need to jump right now to help other, right? So that's just the Buddhist special, the Buddhist tradition. I mean, like a Buddhist technique to helping others. So therefore, whatever you learn, learn for yourself. What is I need to change? What helping me to change? What helping me to overcome by suffering, right? What helping me to the overcome by difficulty? All these things, learn for yourself. Even you go back to Lamrim, there are six idea. We'll have discussion on that, right? Six idea and three parts. Every single things talks to you. It's learned for you. It's nothing that talks to you. Learn for others, right? This is the method of learning and study to all this Buddha Dharma. That all this method is clearly says that it's all learned to you. Therefore, very important to think you are as an illness person. I am illness person. Based on that, we go to doctor. I have an illness by mental affliction, all this self-centeredness, and then listening what doctor said it. So if you have illness, then you go to doctor based on you thinking your illness, then you everything you listening for yourself, right? So not listening for other. Same way here, that very clear instructed to us in Lamrim how to listening teaching. Therefore, very important. Way beginning. It's a way beginning. Whatever we learn, it's learned from for yourself. Everything will be solved. When you become high rank, high level person, popular, you will still remaining humble because that's how you learn it. It's very important. I'm just many times I said this. I'm repeating again and again because it is important. The door way beginning. If you change by beginning, if you do properly with the beginning, then all this result will be good. Therefore, it's important, right? Okay, so yeah, I shall find myself in unpleasant, ugly, and stupid. Ugly and stupid, that's true. And future, that find myself unpleasant because as you high stream, then you will do again all these negative actions. So as well as you do the negative action, that's the result here. And then even as a not earlier I didn't talk about karma, even nothing karma, still we have the ugly and stupid to think that you are high stupid, right? So okay, but should this attitude shift to others? That's the Kadamba master do, right? I'm the lowest one. I am the lowest one. So, yeah, it's difficult for all of us as we have long time habit with all these mental afflictions. Of course, it's very difficult with us to think I'm the lowest among the all sentient being. But you can start to think it. You can begin to think it. So, and then sometime um, even like the practitioner, they will fail many times because this is very excuse because we have a long time habit from beginningless time means countless, right? That habit comes from beginningless time. The we are challenging with this habit, it is difficult actually. But how much you fell, that much you have to get up. So because don't be discouraged. When you fell, many times fell, you don't be discouraged because what you're challenging is you're challenging with a very um, like a strong habit, which is comes from beginningless. Even this lifetime, which habit, which we have a habit from since young, it's very difficult to change this, right? Then of course the habit which has a long time from beginningless, it will difficult to change it. So therefore, um, how much you fall, that much you have to work up and continues challenging it to as thinking, yes, that's my bad habit, and I need to change it. So, and then one day you can think as a Kadamba master. We have a lot of example. All these Kadamba master, many Buddha, Bodhisattva, are the example that they easily can think that all the sentient beings is higher than me. I am the lowest among these all sentient beings. You know what I saying here, what Kadamba master say here is a big difference. Kadamba master saying what they did it. I'm saying repeated what they said it, right? So therefore, you can more trust to Kadamba master and there's all this the Sapendin Pandit, Rinpoche, His Holiness, all this. You can trust them because they're saying exactly what they're doing it. So last night I'm listening His Holiness recently teaching on eloquence, essence of eloquence. Um, then we're beginning His Holiness mentioning that he meditated on emptiness 60 years and he meditated on bodhicitta 50 years. And he, after 60 years and after 50 years, he sees little bit change. He's not saying, oh yeah, I achieve high level. If this is one of that people who really wants to become a popular, they might say, I did 60-year meditate on emptiness and 50-year meditate on bodhicitta. I should be Buddha. People might say that, but never ever said that
Hello?
I am Buddha, right? He said, little bit change.
Who's this?
His Holiness Dalai Lama.
Oh, this is Rich Trumner. Hi.
Yeah, recently he talked about the essence of eloquence. Yeah,
That's correct. We
I
noticed
think I
it right
listened
away.
second day, the very beginning he talked that, and then he
Right,
mentioned
right.
whenever he
I,
teach
I'm going
like
to send you an email anyway, but I think you got our address, do you?
okay, I think Richard talking to me, he's talking to someone.
Thank you very, very much.
Okay, yeah, so definitely if one of us, maybe I don't know you, if I did this 60-year and 50-year, I might say, oh, I'm Buddha now. Maybe at least first bhumi or second bhumi. There we have some case on that, right? But small change, the small change is very valued also. His honest, right? Small change is very valued. Say, I'm so proud, I'm so happy, very valued on the in small change. So sometimes his is mentioned, oh, I may achieve the accumulation path, not say the seeing of path or directly emptiness, seeing emptiness directly, nothing said that. But that, like comparing what his son did it, we we don't have anything to say, oh yeah, I see emptiness directly. So we don't have any reason to say that. So how long you meditate and how much, this is but he the count the number, but number is not important for him, therefore it's a slight change. So if number is important for him, he might say more than slight change, right? Number is not important for us. So important is how much you have to see inside change. If even 50 years you never change, then you cannot say, oh, I did meditate on this and that. So okay, this is as attitude shift to others, I shall incur honors to joyful realms. Shift to other, that I'm saying, the attitude shift to other, that thinking all our highest is difficult part. It's a depend on practice, and once you see that, that much you become more humble. How much you become more humble, that much allow you, that much you have a um, ability to do more practice, right? Okay. um, hmm. Okay, just we finished few line, and then whatever we finish the stanza, I wish or request you reflect it on again. Before you reflect it, at least you read the one commentary on this. Either you can listening the His Holiness or Rinpoche or other lamas, or you can also listen to what I taught here, and then before you reflect it, at least you need some kind of basis to reflect it. You need some kind of how to do reflect it, right? So therefore, I request that to read some commentary or listening some other teaching on that, this line. And once you more understand clear, then you do reflect on your own way to think. Um, and then as how much you reflect it, it's automatically change you. It's I want to change, I want to change, that's not really help you to change it. So if you really want to change, then you only reflect on meanings and reasons are that which taught us. Okay, so and before I start the question answer, um, most of you join in Tuesday class, and then recently the Geshe finish on that the different level of concentration teaching, and some of still have confused. Even the Geshe explained very well and very details. Therefore, I'm not. Therefore, I want to say something on that, but I'm not saying what different than what Geshe taught. But I might say different way. Maybe it might help or not help, but still you need help. So the different way to say that is that as we are practitioner, what we needed for practice, the basis is body and mind, right? What we have a body and mind, the desire realm, human, human body and mind, which is the inner desire realm. But that desire and body is very much useful for practice and attaining and achieving all these high levels attainment. This body, yes, definitely useful. But this mind, what we have right now, is not useful. It is not the it's not the perfect basis can develop for all this achievement. When I say achievement, you can think high level, bhumi and path. Also, you can think simple compassion. You know, that also depend. So therefore, the mind, our mind, why this desire of mind, the human mind is not capable or cannot basis for achieving high level, because it's a very gross level of mind. Why? Because this mind is always associated with a gross level of object, gross form, gross sound, gross smell, gross, all this, right? So how much we connected with associated with the gross level of object, our feeling, discrimination, all this, the secondary minds are also works very strong, grossly. Therefore, you cannot build it up, the compassion and bodhicitta, realize emptiness and path and bhumis are. Then what we're doing is, the practitioner try to meditate to achieve shamatha. Therefore, we have to know, just achieving shamatha is also enough or not. Then saying, yes, just achieving shamatha is very good. That mind, that shamatha is one kind of mental state, right? Single pointed mind, that's we say. This is mental. This is the mental state we needed for the attend all this high level achievement, right? Otherwise, that's the desire mind cannot do that. Desire mind is not supporting us to have those. You follow me? Okay. So I make two separate. There are two bases, body and mind. Body, definitely very useful, more useful than other realms. The form realms and formless realm or God realms, all other realms. Compared to other realms, this human body, that desire realm, in desire realm, especially the human body, is very useful for practice. But mine is not. That's what I'm saying, okay? Mine is not. Therefore, we try to achieve the constitution mind, right? And then you might say, okay, if we try to achieve the constitution mind, then why we need to go all this different level of constitution mind? Even isn't that enough that one constitution mind have? Yes, I can say yes, it is enough. Then why we need to do that, right? So um, they're called like a uh, the first level of concentration, like say access, what do you call it? Access, access concentration, right? The access concentration. When we say access, but don't think that not achieve shamatha, right? That even the access, they do achieve concentration mind. They do achieve shamatha. But when they come out from their meditate, ekubos, they are like still the gross level of feeling, gross level of happy and suffering, and gross level of the gross level analysis. So all this like is still remaining as gross. Then again, very difficult to go back again to meditate. It's need the effort, another effort to go back to the meditations, right? Okay, you follow me? You understand, right? Okay, I'm going back again. I'm going back. So where this mind is not helpful, this mind is not supported for doing achieving this all attainment. Therefore, we have to generate with this form, with this human form, we have to generate that formless form or formless realm mind, which is means the concentration, right? With this human form, you are generating the form realm's mind, because we need to achieve compassion, bodhicitta, all this path and bhumi and enlightenment. Therefore, we need to attain this mind, the form realm mind, which is concentration, one of the first constitutions, right? That's help us to achieve all these things. Then why we need to learn this, all this like eight different level of actual concentration, eight different level of access of concentration? Why we need to learn that? their path, meditation path are exercising with this all different level of concentrations in a one time. What do we, in the same time or one time? At the same time, right? When we exercise, do our constitution make more stronger and flexible, easier. The easier means, like, say, if you have a first level of concentrations, right? Then you are all this achievement, only you have to go with the first level of concentration, then build it up other. So some path is very difficult. Some meditation, some paths are very difficult that not really strong enough to do with the first level of concentration. Then you have to build another concentrations. So therefore, after seeing path, you can stay with the first level of concentration, shamatha. Let you realize emptiness directly. That's mine. Let you achieve bodhicitta. That's mine. Let you achieve accumulation path, preparation path, seeing path. No problem. But the from meditation path, we call the eightfold poise of line concentration. Okay, the single number king thing is in. So from meditation path, there are another concentration there. That concentration doing a lot of exercise with this all 8 level of concentration, because they need a more flexible their concentration. So okay, you hold it what I said it. Okay, I'm a little bit going back. You hold it. Some like who have the first concentration, right? And then when they generate compassion and loving kindness, bodhicitta, they not try to meditate with the second level of concentration, because they do have one good concentration with first level of concentration. Therefore, they don't think it's necessary to do with the second level of excess of concentration or actual concentration. They don't think it, because they do have enough the first level, right? So the lam lawa, they're easy to do with the first concentration because they already attended. They are difficult to do with the second level of access of concentration because they're not attended. But no problem with the first level. Therefore, after first level, you can develop up to seeing path, right? And there are many different qualities that we have to attend before we achieve the enlightenment. Then what they're doing is the special training in with the meditation path. When they achieve the meditation path, they do special training with all these different concentrations, the gross to subtle, subtle to gross. They can all this exercise, right? Right now, the gross to go to immediate to next subtle, for us very difficult. Even who achieve the shamatha, it goes difficult because there are many different level of path, many different level of quality, which is some are gross, some are subtle, and then when they build it up, the immediate going gross to subtle is difficult. Immediate going to subtle to gross also difficult. When you training that what the meditation path train, then there are nothing makes you difficult. Everything makes you easy. Even gross level to subtle level, you can easily jump it. Subtle level to gross level, you can easily jump it because you did train with this all different level of concentrations to 8, right? So that's the whole reason that we need to learn all different level of concentration, because we need it in future. You don't need it now, but you have to learn now, right? But we need it future. Now, just first level of concentration, shamatha, is enough, right? It's more clear. I'm
Thanks,
different way
Geshe.
to repeating what Geshe said it, okay?
Yes, thank you.
That helps.
Thank you.
Okay, okay. So, and then how the meditation path they do exercise. The first meditate with the first level of concentration, and the middle before they move to next level of concentration. In the middle they meditate on cessation observation, right? Gognyom. Cessation observation, sir. Gognyom. Yeah, cessation observation, then go to next. It's kind of like exercising, right? The different type of concentration, they build it up. The first level of concentration, they and in the middle they do cessation of absorption right there. And then second level of concentration again they do the cessation observation, and then go to up to the formless realm, that's concentration. Then they come back one time of meditation. They sit down right now here, and they begin with the first level of concentration, go up to the all this and the formless realm concentration. When you get there, then coming back, they're forwarding. As we are meditating with a two-link dependent origination, they are forward and back, right? We have to think forwardly, we have to think orderly and forward, right? So we have to think from ignorance to up to death, but then also need to death to ignorance. That we have to meditate with two-link dependent origination, right? Same way, they are meditating with this 8 level of concentration, back and forth, back and like a back and forth. They do again and again and again and again, making their minds flexible. Whatever they have to challenge, or that whatever they have to build up the any achievement, easy. Whatever they want, make them very easy and flexible doing this practice. And after that, whatever you are engaging, nothing difficult for you to engage it. The part of concentration, I'm saying that part of concentration, right? Some level of concentration is still associated with a strong feeling. Some level of concentration is less, some level of concentration less, and some levels concentration is strong, associated with a discrimination. Some level of concentration is less. So therefore, the different level of concentration, which Geshe explained it, right? The form realms concentration is more associated with the gross level of freeing, then go to more subtle and subtle and subtle, but still some feeling there. And then the formless realm is more challenging with the discrimination mind from gross level, and then go to subtle, subtle, but still there discrimination mind there. But therefore, it's this kind of like obscure to us to make mind more flexible. Whatever object, in the future, whatever object you want to meditate, you want to equipose on that. So right now, even you have a shamatha, not that much flexible. Sometimes object makes you difficult to concentrate it. Even you have a concentration mind. But when you train this kind of what called the pause of line concentration, which you're doing in a meditation path, once you have that kind of concentration mind, then everything's easy for you, nothing difficult. So before that, they're remaining with a more easier path, which they have only concentrations. They're not try to build up any quality with the other concentration because they're not achieved yet, therefore difficult for them. Okay. That's all I want to clarify on that. To learning this, why we learn this all different level, okay?
Geshe,
Mm-hmm.
I want to be very clear about something. Can I ask a question about that?
Sure.
Okay. So what you were saying is that you can reach the formless realm when your mind becomes flexible enough. You can reach the formless, meditate on the formless realm from the desire realm.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now it's clear.
Yes. And then also think that when we say access concentration, don't think it's not the concentration. It is concentration, right? So it is shamatha, actually. It is shamatha. access makes you confuse access, maybe access or sometimes sometimes they call,
Preliminary.
what, sorry?
I think you're trying to say preliminary
Uh,
for access.
no, it's anyhow, it's kind of I don't remember, but I can use the access. Well, yeah, the access term, or yes, a preliminary, it makes you confused that, oh, it's still preliminary, it's not actual, but it's still concentration. Don't forget that each access concentrations are who achieved shamatha. But the access means at the moment they they are more like a special insight, not the single pointed mind. The access are analyzing the lower are gross, above are subtle. That's what they have to think, right? Therefore, they are not single pointedly meditating at the moment when they call access concentration. It's more insight. It's more analytical mind with shamatha, with concentration mind, right? Maybe it might makes you confused again. Maybe not shamatha. It's just more special because analyzing, but still have a shamatha. Then they move to next level. Then they move to next level. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So how does so if you have a person who's single-pointedly meditating on emptiness with a direct perceiver, they're having a direct perception of emptiness, like on the path of seeing, and then they've already attained maybe the first jhana, the actual concentration, then the only thing that appears to their mind is emptiness. The only thing that appears to that person is emptiness. So then how would you differentiate? So they only have that one person who only has attained the first jhana. How do they differentiate someone, later they go on to attain the second, third, fourth, and then infinite space, infinite consciousness, formless realms, formless concentrations? What's the difference to that person? Because the only thing appearing is emptiness in all the different concentrations. So how do you tell the difference?
Yeah, that's true. So after seeing path, we are not making different by what the object seeing emptiness, because all the seeing emptiness exactly same. The seeing path are also exactly seeing same. The meditation path are seeing exactly same that what seeing path sees. Emptiness no different. But what makes them different is removing obstacle. First level, what they remove the first level, seeing path, what removed it, but they not removed yet another obstacle. They need another concentration. But the seeing emptiness directly same, but more challenging. It's the obstacle getting more subtle, that much you are more challenging it. So that's the difference. Yeah. So therefore, it's a 10 bhumi, right? Seeing path is the first bhumi, and other 9 bhumi is in a meditation path. Why the meditation path split it, divided it 9 bhumi? Because the obstacle, it's difficult to remove it. Has to be little by little, right? So therefore, it's split it or divided to 9 bhumi. Okay, now I think if you have any question to this topic or other, welcome.
I have a bit of a question. You were talking about His Holiness the Dalai Lama speaking last night. I think you said you were listening. And he said he had been meditating on emptiness for
60 years.
60 years and bodhicitta for 50 years. And he's seeing a little change now. But from what I understand, His Holiness the Dalai Lama has been His Holiness the Dalai Lama many lifetimes. He's the 14th Dalai Lama. And he's an emanation of Chenrezig. How like I would think as an emanation of Chenrezig, he would have achieved all the paths already.
Yeah, this is our vision. Our vision or our perspective, thinking that His Holiness is emanation, but His Holiness never said that I am emanation of Chenrezig. So what do we need to believe then?
Well,
We have to believe what he said it, or we have to believe what people said it.
well, when he did for his birthday, he talked about how, and I guess he didn't say he saw himself that way. He said he's supposed to be the emanation of Chenrezig, and he was encouraging people, if they really wanted to make him happy, to do, 10 malas of Avalokiteshvara's mantra,
Mm-hmm.
and see and visualize Avalokiteshvara and His Holiness the Dalai Lama together above your head as you recite these mantras.
Yeah, that's fine. Then any
But
guru,
he's
right?
what's that?
Any guru, any teacher.
Yeah, but he said
When
he
you
would,
meditate, you have to meditate either they are thinking Buddha or Manjushri. If you do Manjushri practice, whoever guru give you initiation of Manjushri, you have to think that guru is Manjushri. Yeah, so they are a little bit chaos to complicate.
a little bit what to complicate?
To explain clear. So what I can say is, trust more what His Holiness said it and learn from it. Or I don't want to interrupt that you have vision, you're thinking His Holiness is compassion Buddha. I don't want to interrupt that thought. If so, then keep that thought as he is emanation of our Avalokiteshvara, but he come for us human body for like showing what is the life. He come the why he emanate. That reason you follow it. If you keep at like a more emanation body, then why he emanate, that reason you just follow and just learn from that why he emanate. And otherwise, what he said exactly follow and learn. That's all the point. We need to learn whether you think it's emanation or ordinary human. But what we need to learning is how is his life, how is he changing, and what are you doing? That's all we need to learn.
Okay,
This is the point.
thank you.
Yeah.
I had one quick question earlier. You were speaking about stinginess. Sometimes I have a problem knowing the difference between being stingy and frugal. Is there any way to tell if you're being stingy or frugal?
Frugal means?
Like saving and not wasting and, not.
Okay. Oh, okay. You mean like wasting, right?
Yeah, like not buying too much, like using things more than once if you can instead of throwing it out right away.
Stinginess. This is not called stinginess, because you are not buying because you're following reason that you don't need it. That's good.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't give because of this, like I don't just apply it to me, I apply it to giving also. Like when I have an altar, I sometimes don't buy extra fruit for it because I think it's a waste of fruit, and that's not good.
Yeah, that's perfect. It's perfect. So what you're doing right now, we began it challenging with the stinginess. It will not go 100% right now. It will take time. But what you are really change it that you see, and also I also do that which is not necessary, don't buy it. Many lamas doing this. This is not called stinginess. And then what you have that you're giving it, that's good. As I said earlier, we are, it's not time for give us full all bread to other, right? But little bit bread giving is very good. That's how we need to begin and go develop it. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. One more question. Anyone's?
I have a
Okay, looks like a two question again. First, who talks first? Oh, Echo. Okay.
That was an echo.
Okay, I'm listening to your question.
so oh, guess what? I had a question. So this is more about pride. So let's say someone does challenge you to go a little bit further, maybe say X number of mantras or something, and then I challenge myself to do it, and I feel happy that I accomplished it, and then I might tell someone, "Oh, I did this," and then I think I got some feedback that that was wrong, that that's hurtful to my merit and it's prideful. And so I'm a little bit confused about that, because if I really am happy that I challenged myself to do something, it's kind of like rejoicing. But then is it wrong to tell somebody else that, oh, I did this?
Okay, wonderful. So the being happy with it, wonderful. Rejoicing it, definitely necessary, needed for continuous encouraging yourself. But sharing other is not good idea. So because we doing practice for self, not for sharing other. But you might think, okay, if it's benefit for me, it's helped me, therefore it might help to other. But right now you are not qualified, or I don't know, you are accepted or not. Or right now,
No,
if you can
definitely not qualified. Definitely.
better say, right now is not time, right? Right now it's not time to share other, because I need to develop enough. I need to be confident. I have to make sure that then you can share, right? So it's not good time to share everything what you do it. But always look at the time, sharing time, not sharing time. Look at the person is who can listen or who cannot listening, because everyone is not, it's definitely everyone cannot have the same idea and same thought. There are many different believers there. That's we need to know. There are many different believers there. Also, not just having different belief, they are too much clinging and grasping on their own belief. Not easy listening others, right? That's we need to know. As there are many different type of human being, but continuous try to develop, never stopped it. But sharing to other, maybe you think, oh, I don't want to show up. Why I need to show up this thing to other? Because this is just I'm collecting my good reputations. Uh, Maybe the good positive things. Oh, it might help the other. Either it's I think it's not really good time to share immediate other. So you have to always look at the person. Then we have a Dharma pen here, all we are Dharma friends. One of us may be interesting to hear that what you said. Oh yeah, wonderful. I'm rejoicing because we have same thought. But if you share with the wrong person, definitely it goes wrong. Therefore, this is one of common things. It don't have to be. I don't think it's like a decreasing your merit. At least you get angry to them. If you get angry to them, it will decrease your merit. Otherwise, just blaming from them, not accepting to you, it never your merit will discredit. This is not the cause that is creating unless your anger, right? So therefore, try not share that much. If you found the perfect person as a real Dharma friend, we can share it, but not share that way of too much showing up. Share that, oh yeah, it's my help to you because it's helped me. That's the way we need to share. More compassionate way to share with the compassion mind. Share with not the attachment, right? So yeah, all this I'm not telling to you. I take all possibility with your question, but it's not means that all things you're doing it, okay?
Because at some point, if we want to discuss with someone else just to grow, though, that's fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that is no surprise. That's common. There are no surprise.
No, I mean, if we have a question, we can ask someone else, right? I mean, like
We
for
have a question,
discussion.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Because we might want to discuss it with someone else. So we might say, oh, I do this practice, do you? And, then you could talk about it. Is that okay or not?
Yeah, that's fine. But as like a look back that like a person, So when I was young, I can share you. When I was young, I served a monastery. We have a small like a candle holder, which we use butter, and then but we call butter lamp, right? So after all this butter lamps gone, it's like a lot of greedy there, and we have to clean it, grease there. Yeah. One time I did just myself, 100 of this, I clean it. I have a really proud of myself, and I'm sharing with all my friends. I did 100.
Yes.
I did 100.
Yes, exactly. You're happy.
But one of my friends told me, why are you so much proud on that? It's really pouring water on that fire. Yeah, okay. Then since then I really stopped to sharing, because at the first time I was young and I was very happy to do that, because there are people saying doing this is accumulating a lot of merit. And I'm sharing with every single my friend. I did this and I did this. And therefore, one of my friends said, why are you so proud on that? Very true. Very true. Then since then, I try not really share. And then after that, I'm reading more Kadamba Master, the textbooks, very much help. Also help that clear my wrong thought to Rinpoche. Because I'm thinking, Rinpoche, why not giving us a lot of advice to do this and that? Rinpoche is not giving every single day advice, do this and don't do this. So he really take care of this, I know, but he always not say, yeah, do this and do that. He's not possible way to do that. Therefore, I'm thinking, Rinpoche is now, why not giving too much, encouraging us and not forcing us to do this and that? Why not giving advice to this person and not giving advice to that person? Why is so quiet? And how much I read the Shantideva text, how much read the Kadamba Master's text, Rinpoche exactly follow them. They said, it's no time to teach. They said, teaching to people who is not the perfect capacity. Don't teach to people who is not got perfect capacity. This time is more develop yourself. This time is more changing yourself. Because without changing yourself, you cannot change others. They all says in Kadamba Master and this, exactly he doing that. That's how I found it. But he not say that, oh, I'm doing this and that. But I read the books and also match with his attitude. So this makes very clear in my mind, not really show up and then to teaching openly for everyone, or not too much emphasize to gathering more students, right? No, it's totally wrong. It's all said. Even the last night, I'm reading the Geshe Chengawa Lodu Gyaltsen's one of my training. He very much emphasized that. So I have a lot of marked, I did it. So very much emphasizing saying, it's not the time for gathering more disciples. It could be evil, gathering more disciples. But it's not really said don't teach other, but you are not focused on that. You're more focused on change yourself. This is the time. Exactly what Rinpoche is doing then. Okay?
And Geshe, you said that you did not destroy your merit by just being happy and saying, oh, I did it. Did not destroy merit.
No.
Okay.
Unless you get angry, yeah.
No, not angry.
Yeah, then definitely not.
Just happy.
Okay, that's great. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Geshe.
Okay.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thank you, Geshe.